the middle. He looked off that receiver, went to the secondary receiver on the sideline to Gleason, doing a good job of showing patience and poise right there.
And there's nothing wrong with a 7-yard pass play.
No, sir.
He went through his progressions. The short man was open, and that's where he went. Trips right. Give it to Benford up the middle. William is stopped by Barrett and McAdoo, the big kids in the middle for Oakland.
There's some meat in the middle.
Whew. He pushes it out to the 46, 47-yard line. 47, third down, and a long one for the first. Blue Devils in the gun. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Matthew Maynard takes a snap, fakes it to Benford, and Matthew goes right up the middle for the first down. Across the 50 to about the 45-yard line. Matthew Maynard faked the scissors play, kept it, went right up the gut for 7 yards.
Just pretty much like a counter. Taking that handoff to the right, cutting back off his hip, going to the left over the center. Good effective play.
Much like we saw in the playoff game last year with Lincoln County, Lebanon used that quarterback as an extra running back. 1st and 10, Lebanon. Ball at the 46 of Oakland. Maynard rolls right, cuts it up, scrambles and is brought down. Valentine, who's playing one of the linebacker spots for Oakland, makes the tackle. Gain of 3 on the play with the scramble by Matthew Maynard.
Tommy, he's got some people breaking open down there, too. I know he picked up good positive yardage right there, but as he tucked that ball, if he just shows tuck, they're coming off the coverage and pulling to the line of scrimmage.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7 for Lebanon. Shotgun. Maynard rolls right, gets some pressure, throws it out in the flat to Gleason. Gleason's got the first down.
It's there all night.
They're playing 3 deep in the secondary. They're rolling a linebacker in to cover that extra wide receiver, and that 11-yard gain to Jonathan Gleason out in the flat. It was wide open.
Way too much cushion. They're giving too much cushion on the receiver out there, and we're breaking out into the secondary over in the sidelines over there, and in that deep third over there, nobody covered.
And I like the tempo this Lebanon offense is playing with tonight. They're running to the line of scrimmage, quickly getting the play in. 1st and 10 for Lebanon. They'll give it to Benford. As he approaches left end, he cuts back. He's across the 25.
Good
nice run by William Benford.
That's what we've been waiting to see, this young man.
Benford took it around left end for 9 yards. He's in the gun with Matthew Maynard and Joe Gardner. That we talked about tempo. Lebanon is really taking it to Oakland right now.
Yeah, Tommy, they are. I was just kind of saying not to take anything away from Lebanon, but Oakland kind of just going through the motions here. I hope they stay asleep a little longer, maybe 4 quarters, but Lebanon do a good job moving the football.
Falls down to the 23 of Oakland, 2nd down and about 2. Take it to Benford, give it to Benford, right up the middle.
That'll get the first down.
If he doesn't have it, he's right at the stick.
Benford on a carry.
Big tackle. Tim McAdoo on the stop for the Patriots. And he will be short of the first down. 3rd down and less than a yard. The box is very close to that first down stick. Line of scrimmage will be the 22. Maynard's in the gun. Give it to Benford right up the middle. He's across the 20, and that's the first down. Right at the middle of that Oakland defensive unit. 3 yards for William Benford, and the senior grinding it out up the middle.
Benford getting a lot more carries than normal, with Maynard, a little injury to that knee right there. Benford getting the opportunity to tote the rock a little.
1st and 10, Lebanon at the Oakland 19. Driving the football, Maynard will roll to his right, tuck it away, and it is a quarterback run all the way. Inside the 15-yard line. 2:20 and the clock running in the first quarter. Lebanon threatening. And this is the way they have got to play to be in the game with these cats.
Well, sometimes the best defense is a good offense. You keep their offense off the field, they can't score. Clock is a big part of this football game. If we can control that, we can control some of the outcome.
Gain of 5 for Maynard. 2nd and 5 at the 14 of Oakland. Give it to Benford. Benford's hitting the backfield, spins, and still keeps going. Maybe got a yard, perhaps back to the line of scrimmage. We'll see how they move the box on the far side. Looks like no gain.
Well, they're converging quick on that inside handoff, maybe possibly that inside handoff play action pass on this situation.
Or fake it and let Maynard take off with it. Matthew Maynard at quarterback. William Benford stands next to him in the shotgun. We are at 3rd down and 5. Maynard wants to throw. Throws it out here to Crudup. Single covered, and it is incomplete. Breaking on the football for the Patriots is Zach Barnes. It was man coverage all the way on Crudup.
Well, Barnes, a good job of coverage right there. He came back fairly quick when he released that football, and it could have been 6 the other way.
Let's go, Blue Devils.
Tell you what, you pump that thing in the flat out there and then let Crudup go. There's no help over the top against Robert Crudup. Lebanon will go 4th and 5 from the 14, and a flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
Shooting ourselves in that blue foot. Illegal procedure against Lebanon.
Illegal procedure against the
I want to say hey to the old left-hander, Perry Ingram. We saw him with a headset in his head tonight listening to the broadcast. And Lebanon will attempt the field goal. The spot will be at the 27, make it a 37-yard attempt. Joe, you've got the call.
Thank you, Tommy. Gibson on to attempt the field goal for Lebanon. The kick is up, and just wide right, Tommy. Wide right. It's no good. With 1:09 left to go in the first quarter, the score remains 0-0. Back in 30 seconds.
We'll keep it right here.
Go to the air. They got him in there now. They got some tight ends, so they may want to run it.
Too tight with an eye in the backfield. They send a man across the formation. Fake it to Valentine. Schaller wants to throw. Throws it out in the flat to the fullback, Elder, and it is incomplete. Lebanon had Jacob Maynard in coverage as they tried to run the fullback out of the flat, and it goes incomplete.
Pass too low for Sam Bass, the intended receiver that got out there, and Lebanon doing a pretty good job of falling back into coverage after that play action, but he did have a little bit of room there, just pass a little too low for him to pick up.
Lebanon will set up defensively. Ball's at the 20 of Oakland, and a whistle sounds and a flag comes out.
Could be a snap infraction. He could have picked the football up when he came up to the line of scrimmage. I don't know. Something kind of squirrely.
Yeah, the mark-off is definitely against Oakland. The infraction against the Patriots. Did they have... Well, we'll just wait and see. They'll back it up 5, put it at the 15. I never saw an indication. Some sort of procedure.
Could be equipment violation. They put number 6 off the field, and he had to take something off. They're particular about that. The first of every ball game, you ask your coaches, are all your players legally equipped?
2nd down and 15 for the Patriots at their own 10. Direct snap, and they take it right up the middle. That's Bass. I believe that's Bass on the carry.
Across the 20. To about the 23, looks like.
That was not Bass.
Yeah, it was Nelson, wasn't it?
Cameron Barrett. They line Barrett up at tailback. Well, they've got 2 number 5s, and I would bet you that's B.J. Nelson. B.J. Nelson running up the middle. Kind of the wildcat formation where they have the big kid line up at tailback, and they are in that set again. Nelson deep in the shotgun, high snap, and he's going to run to his right on a sweep, and Lebanon will not be fooled. Elliott Wheat on the tackle. He stayed at home as they ran the tailback around the right side, and they get very little.
Oakland got a vicious crackback block on that play, but Lebanon pursuing good from the center and moving out toward that play and doing a good job of containing. Hold them again.
That was the last play of the first quarter. No score in Lebanon as the Blue Devils play the Oakland Patriots. Let's take a 1-minute break. 1 minute. We'll be back. You're listening to Blue Devil Football on WANT FM 98.9. Hornsby will punt on the first play of the second quarter for Oakland. Crudup will stand at his own 40 for Lebanon. Petroni is the long snapper. Snap is back there. Hornsby kicks it end over end. It's going to hit and roll dead at the 42 of Lebanon. Petroni with the snap, Hornsby with the kick of 32 yards.
And that's going to be good field position for Lebanon just outside the 50-yard line. And, you know, they have changed field position in this first quarter from what it was early in the ball game. Lebanon has kind of turned that around.
Lebanon will put it in play, 1st and 10 at their own 42. Matthew Maynard, the quarterback. William Benford stands with him in the shotgun. Maynard rolls left and decides he wants to throw, flips it out to Gleason, and it's through his hands. He had Gleason open at about 6 yards, and it just slipped through his hands.
He had some yardage after he would have pulled that in too, Tommy. He wanted to run before he caught it, and you got to watch that ball in, and you can't take off before you catch it.
Here's a score from Turney Ford Field up in Gordonsville. Friendship leads Gordonsville 28-6, 2:47 to go in the second. 28-6 Friendship late in the first half. 2nd and 10 Lebanon. Take it to Benford. Maynard will keep it, and he goes nowhere. Fake it inside to Benford. Maynard pulled it out, ran it himself, and Austin Murray, Derek Barnett combined on the tackle. A loss of 1 on the play, and he was hammered.
Yeah, that's kind of nasty right there. There wasn't much looking nice about that. Once he got in the middle, he was popped.
3rd down and 11 for Lebanon. 3 receivers left. Single coverage on Crudup down here on the right. Maynard wants to throw, gets some pressure, hits Crudup on the turn in, and he's got the first down.
What a catch.
What an outstanding catch by Crudup on the deep turn-in route. He got peppered just as he caught the football. Call it 14 yards on that pass and catch, and that's a senior going up and making a play.
Well, that's concentration, you know, to make sure you look that ball in and hold on to it, but he had to leave his feet to catch the ball, and right when he did, he got hammered by Oakland. He did an excellent job of holding on.
1st and 10 Lebanon. The spot will be at the 45 of Oakland. Maynard pumps, is in trouble, and goes down.
Ooh.
He was rolling left, looking for a receiver. He's always got a run option, and knifing through to make a tackle for the Patriots was the linebacker Joel Keeling.
Well, Tommy, they had trips to the left that side, and that's the way he was moving at the snap of the ball. He had Gleason over about 5 yards from the sideline. It was fairly open, but if nothing else, you got to get rid of the ball and throw it out of bounds right there.
You want to avoid the sack. The ball is spotted at the 49 of Lebanon. -6 on that sack. Maynard takes a snap, straight drop back. Throws it out here to Patrick Maynard on the screen, and Patrick, the 9th grader, gets it into the middle of the field for a healthy gain. Patrick Maynard, quarterback of the 9th grade team, has been elevated to play here with the varsity, and on that play picks up 13 yards. So that's a makeable down and distance now. 3rd and about 3, Bob Lee, and you figure they've got 2 plays to get 3 yards.
Well, you do inside the 40 like that. We got a little glimpse of the future, and it did look bright.
Matthew takes the snap, throws to Crudup down here in single coverage, shakes a man, got the first down. It goes down the sideline.